Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys for another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And yeah, this one is happening today. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So this is a topic that I can't even believe that we're producing. The reason I say this is because of the source. Now, obviously, all of you are fully aware of who Colin Cowherd is. He's one of the biggest and most successful voices in sports media, has been so for a very, very long time, going all the way back to his ESPN days. Very respected, knows what the hell he's doing. He's at the top of the game, right? Colin Cowherd, no question about it. But over the last few years, Colin has been a Lebron guy, right? He's been quite anti-Jordan. You just go back and look at his takes on FS1. We used to do the show with Jason Whitlock, Marcellus Wiley, and them. He was anti-LeBron, Jordan, trying to make cases for why he believes that LeBron should be ahead of Michael Jordan and has had a better career and all of that, right? Which is fine. Just another reason why I sit here and crack up about, like, oh, these people are coming after LeBron. I'm like, who are these people? But anyway, so given the fact that I know his history, it's one of the reasons I was absolutely taken aback to hear what he had to say. Now, all of you know that when that trade went down between the Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks, there was a lot of speculation out there. And people were speculating whether or not LeBron James knew about it. Let me just walk you through this series of events quickly, just as a quick refresher. When the trade initially went down, the Lakers had just beat the Knicks. I believe AD was in LA. LeBron was out with his family and he for dinners in New York, and he got the news that Anthony Davis had been traded. And LeBron said he was shocked and all of that. Everybody was shocked. How can this not be known? Then we began to hear that the people that ultimately knew that this was happening were the two governors of both teams and the two general managers, Nico Harrison and Rob Pelinka. But then as the news was breaking, other creators, and I want to give credit to people that were really pushing this line, like Too Raw for TV, he was saying that he believes LeBron knew. I was amongst the people that thought LeBron didn't know. You had people like Brian Windhorst and others that said LeBron didn't know. But there were people that thought so. Even some NBA players like Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, they believed that LeBron knew, but he was just kind of playing it safe to act like he didn't know so he didn't get AD's feelings hurt. Then AD ultimately revealed that once he heard the news, he called LeBron. LeBron was shocked. And then AD recently said that he believes that there was some foul play and he believes people knew. So I was quite shocked to come across this video this morning from Colin Cowherd's channel. And Colin Cowherd, in no uncertain terms, was saying that LeBron engineered Luka to the Lakers. Colin Cowherd, and this is the title of their video, Colin Cowherd, LeBron had Luka Doncic's trade planned for the last year and a half. And I was like, wait a minute, this is a bombshell one, because this trade has actually looked like it's changed the fortune of the Lakers. And they've been red hot. They won 7 games in a row. Y'all know I cannot stand LeBron James, but I've been supporting him when it comes to these picks every single night, because the son has been playing his ass off, and it's one of the reasons we're super excited to announce our newest partner, Underdog Sports. Underdog is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. It's also the fastest growing fantasy app in the industry. The app is super simple to use, guys. Just pick 2 to 8 stats of your favorite players and choose whether they go higher or lower. You can also 20x your money. Yes, you can actually 20x your money if you make 5 picks and you get all of them right. I hit on 3 of the picks recently that I made. I put down $5. I made $27. I'm sure some of y'all are bolder than me. I'm just taking it one step at a time, but it's definitely a lot of fun. We're probably going to make some picks later on tonight. So you guys definitely should get in on the fun. Make sure you visit underdogfantasy.com or find them in the App Store. And don't forget to register using our code, promo code DreamersPro, to claim your free pick plus first time deposit offer of up to $1,000 in bonus credits. And if you guys sign up using our code for the first 100 people, we're going to give y'all 3 months free of our Dreamers Pro community, free of charge. 3 months free. Just make sure you go to the App Store, download the app, make your first pick, use our code, screenshot it, send it to us on Instagram, and we're gonna hook y'all up. So y'all make sure y'all go ahead and do that, because the Lakers have been super red hot, and I think that there may be some truth to this. So for those of you who didn't hear what Colin Cowherd had to say, take a listen to what he had to say here, and I'm gonna come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to what he had to say here.
And then AD's played a couple of really good years, and he stayed mostly healthy. And you know what that means? It was time to sell the stock. You got your title. He was finally consistently healthy. He was older. And LeBron's like, I'm still a top 5 guy in the league. And I think privately LeBron had said, he's a good fit. He's not the perfect fit. And I watched the Dallas Mavericks become a mess over the last 3 weeks. And, you know, some of it's just bad luck. But in my life of watching professional athletes, I'll say it again, like he's a good investor. He's like Warren Buffett. He may be a little early, but he's never late. He always knows when it's time to move off. And it was funny, when Luka came here, and again, AD was really good for him. But he was 32 years old, and every Laker fan would watch AD and be absolutely honest. Weren't you always holding your breath? Weren't you always holding your breath? Of course you were. Now, and LeBron does this, when he went to Miami the first time, people said, hey, it's not going to work. It's clunky. You don't have a center. It's not always pretty for LeBron when he first goes to a place. It's not always pretty. It's a little clunky. But he made Miami right. Oh, Kyrie's a bust. Nobody can play with him. He brings over Kevin Love. He's a stat padder, not a winner. Took about a year to get it right. He got it right. Then he brings over AD. Had to get rid of the young kids. Little bumpy early. And then he got it right. The Dallas situation now, between ticket sales, the lack of trust. I mean, Mark Cuban, ask yourself this. Mark Cuban a year ago said, I'm going to sell the franchise. You don't think LeBron James looked at that and thought, Luka may be available? I really believe this. I absolutely believe this. I believe every time LeBron was around Luka, remember when Luka came into the NBA first year? Go back and look at the tapes. Kid was 20 games in. LeBron's like, that kid's great. LeBron's like a talent scout. LeBron's like, that guy's great. He just makes sure everybody around Luka knew that LeBron thought you were great. He tried to get Steph Curry a couple years ago. Steph's like, nah, I'm a warrior. Remember, he kept saying nice things about Steph. What's Steph do? Steph can initiate the offense. LeBron can play off ball. LeBron can get easier baskets. So initially he wanted Steph, and Steph wasn't available. Steph pushed back. Then he moved to Luka. Slowly saying nice things, keeping in contact with Mark Cuban. Cuban leaves the Mavericks. You know, Cuban and Luka, they were tight. What does LeBron see when Cuban leaves? An opening. An opening. You lost your owner. New people in the building may not trust him. LeBron saw it, made sure the right people knew, and he ends up playing with them. I don't think it's a conspiracy theory. Too much of this stuff is public and well known. But how does LeBron end up once again? He tried to go Steph 2 years ago. I mean, good God, that was a 2-year rumor. He made sure he'd always hang out with Steph and see Steph and talk about Steph, and Steph was great. That was what he wanted to do, and Steph's like, I'm going to stay up here. Then he moved through the channels and Mark Cuban. Cuban sells. LeBron sees a moment. I'm going to go get him. And it took a year of working the channels behind the scenes, but the idea this was a big surprise, caught everybody off guard. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. LeBron is his intuitiveness. You call it selfish, I call it right. I've never seen a guy that, I mean, stuff just implodes. And LeBron's like, oh, what happened back there? Woo-hoo! Boy, did I get lucky. Wink, wink. I avoided another disaster. Nah, it ain't luck, man. I think he had this Luka thing planned out. The minute Steph said officially no, I think he had this Luka thing planned out the last year and a half. I really do. I'm I absolutely do.
So you heard what he had to say. What are my thoughts on this? Do I believe LeBron knew? I'll tell you what. I think a part of Anthony Davis knows or realizes now that he got snaked. I believe so. For the simple fact that AD said he doesn't believe all of that stuff about nobody knew. He believes that somebody knew. I think AD came to the realization that he got snaked. AD thought he was off limits, and he never was. He never was. Right? And by AD saying he believes people knew, I said it in that show then, and I'm going to say it now. What people do you think AD's talking about? You think he's talking about me and you? You think he's talking about Stephen A. Smith? You think he's talking about Colin? You thought he was talking about Colin Cowherd? You think he's talking about the dude walking up the street? He's talking about the players, the major players in this situation, like the agents. Like the agents. He believes probably that his agent knew. Because if they're saying that LeBron knew, Rich Paul knew. And Rich Paul represents AD. So I'm not saying that definitively. I'm not saying that because I spoke to Anthony Davis. But I believe a part of him is like, nah, somebody got to know. Somebody got to know. Somebody got to know. Now, in terms of Colin Cowherd saying that LeBron knew for the last year and a half, it's possible. It's absolutely possible. Some of y'all are like, no, that's impossible. No, it's not. And I'll give you guys concrete evidence of it. You don't have to listen to me. Let me see. Let me see if I can. Lenny Kravitz, right? Lenny Kravitz, right? Miami Heat trade. Because I'd seen this video some years ago, right? So there was a video. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. I found it. What we want to do is want to play this quick sound for you guys now. It's only a minute or so. It's a video that came out 14 years ago. And it's of Lenny Kravitz talking about before the trade even went down between the Miami Heat. That went down. He said they were working on it for a long time already. Take a listen to Lenny Kravitz here.
LeBron joined Miami. Was that exciting for you?
Well, it was interesting because
Chris, of course.
I had heard the conversations going on for a year, in the background, and I wasn't sure that it was going to happen. And then it happened. It was very exciting for the city and for my team,
So you heard what Lenny Kravitz had to say. Now, how the hell does Lenny Kravitz know what the Miami Heat were doing and about trades going on? It means that there is a possibility that LeBron has been a part of things that have been worked on behind the scenes that the general public doesn't know about, but most people do know about, right? There's Lenny Kravitz that said it. Oh, let me guess. Lenny Kravitz is lying to save your feelings, right? He's lying because he has nothing else better to do with his life than lie on LeBron James, right? So Colin's saying this, there could be some truth to it. There could be some truth to it. I don't really care one way or the other because it doesn't affect me. It affects really his friend, Anthony Davis. It doesn't affect me. And if you look at the situation now with the Dallas Mavericks, some people have asked me to touch on it, and I'll touch on it momentarily with the situation that happened with Kyrie Irving. First of all, a lot of respect to Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving tore his ACL. You could see that he was in so much pain. He stood at that free throw line. He could barely stand. And he shot those two free throws. Big respect to Kyrie Irving for paying homage to Kobe Bryant. When Kobe walked to the free throw line after rupturing his Achilles tendon, standing there and shot those two free throws and walked off the court unassisted. That was a powerful moment. Much respect to Kyrie Irving for paying homage to the legacy of Kobe Bryant and what Mamba mentality truly meant, right? Devastating news for the Dallas Mavericks, and it got really bad for the Mavs really quickly. Really, really quickly, and there's a really sad situation that's going on there in Dallas. But back to what Colin Cowherd is saying, there could be some truth to it. So, look, here's my conclusion on all of this. I know some LeBron fans are going to be in the comments crying and screaming and hollering and oh, you hate LeBron, you hate LeBron, you hate LeBron. Do me a favor, all right? For just maybe today. You guys will come back tomorrow because you're always going to be here tomorrow. I know this. Y'all are here every day. For today, all right? Given the fact that I'm just reporting on what Colin Cowherd said, I'm reacting to it, right? Because y'all like to kill the messenger. Go to Colin Cowherd's page and go disturb him. Go send him messages on Instagram the way y'all be messaging me, okay? Go cry to him and say why he said this about LeBron. Go do that. Spend the rest of the day doing that, and then tomorrow you can come back and cry in the comments, all right? For today, go holler at Colin Cowherd, then tomorrow come back and cry to me, all right? These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show, and I'm out. Peace.